G'day, Chip, the wizard here. I just got out of a thought spiral. I really did some deep shadow work and I exposed my thoughts online, and the conversations got really intense. There were a lot of parts of me that were personally attacked. However, I know that it wasn't actually me being attacked. It was the evil that I was talking about, how I believe no one is truly evil. We're not evil beings. We absorb the evil around us, and I exposed that evil side of me, that shadow part of me, that I could see. I could see the corner of the shadow, and I did not know what that meant. I was going in thought loops, spirals. I was having a mental breakdown, an epiphany. Something did not sit right with me in my soul. So I shared the knowledge that I knew from all the research that I've done, all my past experiences. And I realized that I've done as much research as I can on my own, and it was not going in a good direction. It was reinforcing the belief that I am so misunderstood. I am not able to clearly communicate myself. And instead of shutting down, retreating, isolating, I kept going. I kept pushing because I was seeking an answer. I was seeking the truth. I wasn't seeking my truth because I already know what my truth is, and that was not helping me at all. And luckily, I had such a beautiful community to share their perspectives, their lived realities, and I was able to connect the dots that I just couldn't make sense on my own. I am really sorry for pushing everyone's buttons, making everyone upset, and I'm really sorry for putting you through all of that. However, I really need you to know how appreciative that I am that we were able to have that conversation, and with enough people, I was able to understand that doing our own research is a very good starting point. However, if you start connecting all of that research to reinforce what you already know, then you're not really opening. I was not really opening my mind to multiple perspectives. And holy moly, my mind is now so much clearer now. So I am really sorry for not communicating myself well enough. And that has been an issue my whole life. That is why I emphasize my childhood. Growing up as a non-verbal autistic child, I was often accused of not knowing anything because I was not able to communicate myself. So I have been exposed to being talked to like I'm an idiot, whereas I know that I'm not. I just see things differently. And because I wasn't able to communicate myself or reciprocate empathy in a way that is familiar and healthy, all I ever did was listen. I listened so deeply to what everyone was talking about. And they weren't just talking, they were sharing their emotional struggles. And I absorbed all of those emotions like they were my own. And because I was just a child, I was not able to do anything. I wasn't able to provide help. And so I felt helpless. All I could do was listen to your struggles, and I didn't know any better. I didn't know the difference between empathy and sympathy. So I internalized my emotions. I absorbed your emotions and took those emotions as my own. That built anger, hatred, resentment to society. I thought, wow, the world is a dangerous place. I can't believe how much evil there is in the world. And so I internalized those emotions. I started collecting resources. I subconsciously turned those emotions into motivation in building my tool belt and learning how I can fight the evil of the world. Fighting that battle sent me into depression, isolation. It sent me into depersonalization, schizophrenia. It sent me through a lot. And I'm finally in a place in my life where I am able to come back to that battle because I have done so much research. I have collected the resources to take on that fight with a new mind, with a stoic attitude, with this is my life's purpose, to fight the evil of the world. And I recently learned I can't do that alone. So we cannot do that alone. We need to do this together. I'm losing my flow. There's one more thing I want to say, is that when we have a conversation, I don't think you are actually having a conversation with me because I'm still figuring out who I am. I am many different characters. I am not one single person. I am an amalgamation of thousands of different voices. The only true voice in me is the belief that we are all friends and family. Everything else is just a conversation about how we are going to get to that belief. So if I say something that is not correct, please pull me up on it and let's have a conversation. I don't know. I just love everyone. I love you.